So I've had this obsession with chai lattes ever since I was an undergrad, and ever since then it has literally become a sidekick to all of my creative endeavors, most specifically my writing. In 2023, I really wanted to work on this spoken word album, which is still being developed as I upload this video. I wanted to create something that was boundary pushing, something that implemented the cinematic poetry concept I've been creating over the past few years. I told my friend Mel, hey, I have this idea. This is where I want to take it, and I want to produce the album from scratch. No YouTube beats. Are you down to produce? Next thing I knew, we were having late night studio sessions in his car. You got an idea? What's up? Cooking. He brought his girl with him, and that is when she introduced me to chai lattes. She was like, girl, you want to try it? And I was like, sure. And that first sip took me to paradise. I am not over exaggerating. That caffeine hit had me happy like a crackhead. And ironically enough, I've had caffeine before and it never really worked on me. But it's something about them chais that just get me right. And it was so delicious, y'all. Next thing I knew, I was writing the whole album with the quickness. And this is what led me to the theory I'm about to share with y'all, which I like to call the comfort drink theory. Okay, so according to the National Library of Medicine, there was a study conducted exploring the correlation of creative cognition and alcohol consumption. Stay with me. I thought this was interesting given the fact that there is a stigma in the creative world about how often creatives rely on being intoxicated to produce some of their best work. They found that modern amounts of alcohol did generate beneficial effects. However, positive effects did appear limited to specific phases in the creative process. With alcohol as the designated comfort drink, it seemed like it can be a hit or miss, so I dived a bit deeper. Whenever we engage in a task, there's this phenomenon called sensory association, which is basically whenever we link a sensory sensation with a task, it becomes a way to condition our brain into thinking, hey, this is what's going on. So when you lock in with that signature comfort drink, your brain goes, oh, it's time to create. Ever since I started drinking my chais, I automatically think of a lyric or a song or a line for a poem or an idea for a story and so on. At first I thought I was crazy, but then I was like, nah, let me explore this a little bit more. Let me be a little bit more observant with these comfort drinks, all right? When one of my favorite chais was no longer in season, and it absolutely broke my heart, I had to find a new comfort drink and I was livid. I decided to thug it out and just try something new, which led me to trying another new drink and another new drink, and this is what I noticed. So whenever I had a chai latte, it helped me push through writer's block. Even though writer's block isn't technically real, I'll say that for another video. But for this sake, let's call it boundary pushing block. Basically, I had a block from doing what it is I was trying to do. I came up with my most innovating ideas whenever I had my chai. This specific chai that was only in existence for a particular season. When I started drinking more fruity beverages, my brain associated that with songwriting, since I got into the habit of writing songs when I developed a fruity comfort drink habit. I then began to appreciate the importance of rituals and routines when it comes to creativity. This is how you hack your inner creative genius. So, the effects of the comfort drink theory can be more beneficial the more you become intentional about it. Kind of like how beetroot juice enhances blood flow to the brain, or how green tea is rich in L-theanine and can help improve cognitive function. I would say try testing out this theory and see how it affects your creative process for your own projects. Now, I will say that I am not a scientist, y'all, and this theory may or may not work for you, but I recommend this method to a friend because I've seen how it's helped me improve my creativity. That is all that I have for this video, and thank you guys so much.